Hello, this is Ashley Christiansen, and this presentation is on communications and control strategies of Drivers Corporation. Drivers Corporation is a producer and marketer of premium quality, value-priced disposable baby diapers and training pants. They are sold in the United States and internationally. This presentation includes a review of the communications mix, which is buyer's information requirements, nature of the offering, target market characteristics, organizational capacity, push versus pull communications, as well as budgeting. In addition, strategic and operational control is reviewed. Information requirements of buyers is one of the first capacities of the communications mix. At any point in time, different buyers are in different stages of the model, and each stage requires a different communication strategy. These stages are awarenesses, consideration, preferences, and purchase. In addition, there is the nature of the offering, which is going to be our diapers and training pants, and Drivers focuses on product innovation, which includes baking soda to address odor control and the aloe vera as a skin smoothing treatment. The target market characteristics include infants and children, as well as their mothers, who are primarily between the ages of 18 and 49, and the mothers are the ones who typically decide on the brand of diapers and training pants that will be purchased. There are two major types of communications, and these are push communications and pull communications, and each of them have their own strategy. The push communication strategy involves pushing communication through a marketing channel in a sequential fashion. It involves channel intermediaries and building long-term relationships with these intermediaries. Advertisements typically go out in trade journals and magazines, and there is an emphasis on personal selling to wholesalers and retailers. The pull communication strategy focuses on creating interest among buyers, and then these buyers demand the offering from the intermediaries. The offering then gets pulled through the marketing channel. There are heavy end-user advertising used with this strategy, including free samples and coupons. As is common with other firms, Driver uses these push and pull communication strategies together. In regard to push communication, channel intermediaries are involved and marketed to. Long-term relationships are built with the channel intermediaries, such as grocery stores. And as noted in the case study, the company obtained distribution through selected mass merchant and drugstore chains, including Super Kmart stores, and they are also trying to break into mass merchants such as Walmart and Target. They are doing this by showing retailers that they really do have a product differentiation in Drivers while maintaining value position. The company uses in-house managers to coordinate brokerage companies that facilitate the distribution of products through grocery stores on a non-exclusive basis. This approach has expedited the company's entry into grocery store chains and independent grocers because of the favorable long-term relationships that many of these brokers have with these retailers. The use of brokers also minimizes corporate overhead expense. In regard to pull communications, Drivers are working toward creating interest among buyers by adding different avenues of advertising, including budgeting for an expenditure upward of $10 million for a national television advertising campaign in the U.S., in combination with the company's existing promotional programs. It is believed that building brand recognition through advertising should allow the company to gradually reduce its dependence on direct promotional spending, which they're currently doing to create interest among buyers. The current heavy end user advertising includes promotional activity such as couponing, and this is geared toward initiating customer trial and has been especially effective at targeting spending when less than full distribution has yet to be achieved, as discussed in the case. They rely on in-store promotions and couponing, often using local or regional print advertising and cooperative advertising and promotion programs with retailers. Strategic change is defined as change in the environment that will affect the long-run well-being of an organization. Strategic change may represent opportunities or threats to an organization depending on the organization's competitive posture. The primary strategic change Dreypers is planning to make is to change its marketing mix with new advertising avenues via television advertising, and they believe, as shown in the case with their business planning for 1998, that the strategic change will marshal the resources necessary to alter its technical and marketing capabilities to fit market success requirements. The lack of Dreypers brand awareness in the markets previously served by regional brands gave cause for this strategic change. They plan to continue product innovation to differentiate the Dreypers brand, offer everyday value branded products to consumers, continue to pursue international expansion opportunities, expand product lines to include additional consumer products, provide higher margin products for retailers, increase brand awareness and retail penetration. They feel that the television advertising will help with their plan to achieve those items. In regard to operational control, St. Hilaire states there's an urgent need in current globalized and open market environment for operational control and operational risk control. Operation control involves marketing cost analysis, which is the allocation of cost to separate marketing segments. Dreypers is currently doing this by separating their marketing segments via advertising and allocating different costs now to the television advertising. This also includes product service mix analysis, which is the performance and final worth appraisal of their offerings. They feel that the final worth of their offerings are great and plan to expand their product line. Operational control also involves the sales analysis, which demonstrates their sales effort, and as noted previously, Dreypers uses a limited sales force, but they do have intermediaries that they use to work with the market. There is also the marketing channel analysis and consumer profitability analysis. In conclusion, we discussed Dreypers communications mix, which included the buyer's information requirements, nature of the offerings, target market characteristics, organizational capacity, and push versus pull communications, as well as working with push and pull communications together. And finally, we discussed Dreypers' strategic and operational control. Thank you for reviewing Dreypers' communications and control strategies with me today.